Hi everyone. Just came in from feeding the horses. I have a meeting in 30 minutes, so they'll just be fast. I'm still in the stupid trailer, but I laid down the hardwood floor in my office yesterday, and I'm gonna do my daughter's room this weekend. Um, I'm gonna prepare to lay down the floor because there's a lot of steps before doing that. It's a long process. But I just saw Sleepy Reader's video about pulp books, and I thought, what an excellent um, opportunity to talk a little bit about literature instead of comic books. I get a bit tired of watching the comic book channels because it's so much about the money and value and all that crap, and key issues and having the best of the best. Um, Man, it's fun sometimes, but it's just, you want. I collect comic books and books. I read books. I don't collect books really, but I do that because I like stories. Um, and that's what I read. And I like stories told in a comic book form. It's a little bit different, um, but I like it. I like how people play with it and do it different or do it very old fashioned or do it not at all. I also like books, of course. I like to read good books. I just finished Stephen King's. It's one of it's it might be here actually. No, um, no idea where. I think it's in the car. But it's one in a series from these hard crimes, and I love these covers. And it's not one of these two, so it's the other one. And it was really good. It wasn't. It was more of a character story than a horror story. But he's such a good writer. I just can't. Ah, he's such a good writer. These covers are just so nice. Um, they're just. You have my fat fucking fingers here, but look at this. So very pulp, and I like that. It's from Hard Case Crime. Um, so far, I've only read the Stephen King, the one. I'm gonna read all three, and then I might buy some of the other writers because they have really good writers. What's his face? Not here. Uh, do, 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 do. Stark, of course. Um, yeah, Lemons Never Lie. I'll probably read that because I like Stark. But I did buy two books, pulps, old pulps, and it was purely cover buys. Um, got some water in this. Um, the Long Knife. I just, I really like the drawing, the sexual innovations, and also it's a French or Belgian comic book called Buddy Longway, and he looks a bit like that guy. And I think there's actually a Buddy Longway story called The Long Knife. Can't remember, but I think so. A blazing novel of a new frontier and the passions of the men and women who tamed it. Oh yeah, that's good, right? It's a Dell book, Louis A. Brennan, The Wild Breed, and it's green. It's funky. It's freaking tiny letters. I'm gonna need my glasses for that. And then I bought a guide to Barzoom, and I bought it. It's not Francetta. It's Valiero, I think. Um, the cover. No, with Boris. I'm pretty sure. Um, and I really, really like the cover. The Arnold Schwarzenegger man and woman with an ass like my ex-wife. That's a that's a great ass. That is. Um, um, I read a little bit about in this, and it's just it's fun. I'm not a huge um, Edgar Rice Burroughs fan. I read one of the Mars novels. I didn't, I didn't think it was the best writing. It's not bad. It's not that. It's just I wasn't blown away as I thought I would be. Maybe I just, sometimes you just advance. You have these notions that something is going to be better than it is. Oh, there's something in my beard. Um, and I got a cold sore because I'm so stressed because I'm working crazy amount of hours and I'm doing a. It doesn't matter what I do. It's just it's a crazy amount of hours, and then I have to come home and I have my daughter. She's autistic, so I have to like take her everywhere. I have to be. She's doing her driver's license now, and I have to be there all the time. To all the sessions, it's a long thing in Denmark. I think in the U.S. you like takes a few hours, but here it's like months. Um, and then of course I have the horses and the fields and the house to build. So right now is a little bit stressed. It's going to be better this summer when work is done, and I have more time to work on the house and when she gets her driver's license, it's going to be whoo. It's going to be really nice. I have more time then. Um, I try to read 12 books a year. I think I talked about that earlier. Right now I'm reading. Oh, who censored Roger Rabbit? Man, it's not bad. It's not good. It's fine. It's the imagination in it. I really like. The, I think that's good. Um, the writing is so. Um, yeah, trying to finish that. Um, so that would be my fourth book or fifth book this year. I can't remember. I write it down somewhere. I'm getting old, so I can't remember stuff anymore. I have to go and get my beard trimmed as well, because right now it's crazy, but I don't. I just don't have the time. It's an hour, and I don't have a spare hour. I know I'm doing this, but if I had to drive in, it's. I live in the country, so it's like it's 20 minutes drive, and then getting there, the beard cut and trimmed, and driving back. It's easily an hour and a half, and yeah, I don't have that. So, and I have to go down and give the horses more water. Um, I have to train my horse today as well. I do that for half an hour every day, or I try to. Um, anyway, enough talk about that. That's beside the point. These pulps. I'm really looking forward to reading this, The Long Knife. Um, it's just, it's just funny. Oh, I bought this in a. I have stacks everywhere of stupid because I've no room in here. This is my house. It's like what is it, 4 by it's 12 square meters. It's absurd. I sleep here, I work here, I cook here. Um, my daughter has a bigger room because I don't, she doesn't have to suffer just because I'm a bleeding idiot and bought a house that needed a total rebuild. So I don't have rooms for my sons right now, but I'm doing that in the house. That's like the next after my daughter's room is finished. I'm finishing a room for my son, um, so he has a place to stay here, and I can crash in it when he's not here. So uh, we're playing Warhammer Age of Sigma. Um, I'm not like a real, I like to play with him, and it's we're playing once a month in this club here, and it's a lot of fun, and it's like it's really cool doing something um, with him because I don't see him that much. So it's really cool that we do something that we both enjoy when we see each other, and we're just together and having a laugh. It's always good, we get a shawarma afterwards. Um, the next book I'm going to read is this one. Don't know if it's any good, but Sitting Bull Champions of the Sioux. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to do a tippy here on my ground because I'm going to have buffaloes for tourists. Like, not a big thing because I don't have that much land. Um, but I just want to do some research, and I've always been interested in the Indians. So, oh, I got some pulps I wanted to show you. Um, the Shadow, which were supposed to be in a high grade, and it's not bad, but I would the amount of money I paid for it to be in a high grade and then getting it in it's a bit disappointing. I think I'll have to talk to the guy who sold it to me. Um, it's from 1942, and I'm trying to collect all the 1942 because I'm weird that way. But it's a good cover though. It's a really nice cover. The shadow surrounding this huge guy with the tummy gun, and it's from December 1st, 1942. It's twice a month, so it's 24 issues. I didn't really see that when I decided on collecting 1942, but what can you do? I'm sort of stupid that way, right? Texas Rangers. I just bought this because it was cheap, and I like the westerns. The Creole Curse. Yeah, it's from 1951, I think, 1954, but it's in really, really nice condition. Always like drawings of horses. I don't know why, but I do. Um, it's fun to see how different artists depicts them, how they capture them. I like Joe Cooper. He's really, really good at it. His horse is always a bit manic. Um, this horse is it's okay. It looks a little bit like my daughter's horse actually. The colors. Um, and there's this sheriff on it, with a Colt or whatever it is, a gun. I'm not a huge gun guy. So I got that. And then I got this, um, which I really, really like because I like gypsies. Um, it's just I've read a lot about them and their culture, and I've seen some movies about them. Also, the mutton ones. Like when I lived in Ireland, there were travellers there, and that was back in the 1990s, and they were a bit more. But they tried to hide them back then as well because they were a bit of shamed. The government. They tried to make life hard for them, um, and I was scared of them because they were different and they were loud, and I think it was a bunch of them guys who beat the shit out of me. But anyway, I'm very can't remember. Blurry days. Very, very, very cool cover. Her reading his palm, and look how big he is. Like, and she's tiny, and the posters in the background. It's a really nice cover. It's by George Rosen. It's from 1934. So pre-war, pre-Nazis trying to obliterate the gypsies as well. I read a book about that was really, really good about the Nazi persecution of the gypsies. Um, I can't remember who did it, but it's really interesting how they uh, how we for sometimes thought that they were just as persecuted as the Jews, but his research sort of uncovered that that wasn't true. Like the Nazis didn't like them, and of course they had all sorts of different plans to eradicate them, but not as thorough as the Jews, and they weren't treated as badly as the Jews. So it was really good. But I think it's called the persecution of the gypsies. Something about persecution, anyway. I'll find it when I get my books back. They're in storage. Um, I bought two more. Um, just hang on a second and I'll find them. Um, but I got these three and I got two more. Mm, that's the no. You know what? I'll show them in the next video because I have no idea where they are right now. This room is just like a this is a maze of books and magazines, pulps and comics and uh, diapers and yeah, it's just me trying to navigate through this chaos that is my life right now. Um, you know, um, I make stupid decisions sometimes, but I the guy I work with, he's an older guy, and he told me because I was on the brink of just giving up last yesterday because there's a lot of work and there's a lot of work here, um, and he was just like, and I was so stupid buying that place, and he said, you could look at it that way, but you could also look at it like it was very courageous of you to buy that place, and you don't drink, you don't do the drugs, you don't you don't have any bad habits. You just like work really hard to try to make things good. So I felt a little bit better about myself and my stupid decisions. Um, it's gonna be good someday. I realized why I bought this place. Because the house it's over there, yeah. Um, it's a really old farm house, and I'm gonna rebuild it like from the ground up. Um, why am I doing that? Because I like to preserve history, and I guess that's why I like all comic books and pulps as well and stuff like that. It's so easy to tear something down and build something new, and everybody thinks that new is better. But it's funny because I've been building houses for 15 years now, and all the time they find out, they come up with these new revolutionary ways to do things, and then they found out like 10 years later that it's crap and that the old way of doing things was actually a lot better. um, I'm not saying that it's like that with everything, but a lot of things actually. In Denmark we have this tendency to cover our houses in plastic. I don't know if you do that like in on the inside you put an insulation in the walls and then you put plastic so the house can't breathe, and then you install a machine to breathe for the house. Otherwise, it can't get rid of all the what's the word in English? You sweat and stuff like that, and it can't get rid of it. Which is you could like tell yourself that that's not good, and it's better for the house to breathe, which old houses can breathe very easily. And if the house can breathe fairly easily, there's not going to be mold or fungus and all that crap. That's because the house can't breathe. So they're starting to find that out now, but they're still using the plastic. Um, yeah. Anyway, lots of I don't know. I'm rambling. It's not about comic books and it's not about pulps. Um, it's about building houses. Which is fascinating as well. Always it was the old stuff I was talking about, like linking it to now. Oh shit! I have to run because I have to go down and give the horses water, and then I have a meeting at 8 o'clock. All right, it was very cool, reader, sleepy reader, to see your video, and thanks for the inspiration. I have more pulps. I like to talk about books. Not that many people I know read, so um, Sad, really, but it's true. My daughter reads a lot. Um, she's always, going, Dad, do you have any good books? And I'm like, soon am I out of books to give her to read. But then again, I've just started um, du- 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 du, reading a lot of Orwell. Um, I haven't read this yet, but I'm really looking forward to it. I think he's become my favorite writer. Oh no, it's tiny as well. Can't read it without glasses. Um, I read some other books by him. Of course, Animal Farm in 1984. But the Road to Vegan Pier is one of the best non-fiction books I've read in my life. It was an amazing eye opener, and it's still very relevant today. And I wanted to translate that into Danish because it's never been translated to Danish for some reason. Um, I just need a sliver of time. All right, cheers, guys. Thanks for listening. Hope you're all doing well, um, and taking care of yourselves. Cheers, bye.